going on, everybody? All right, I'll start here in a couple minutes. I'm just going to get everything together here. It's been a bit since I went live here, so I'm going to get everything together. Make sure this is good. All right, I'll start here in a couple minutes. Two, three. All right, let's get everything going over here. Put this right there. All right, I think we're ready to go. Go ahead and pin that there. All right, we're ready. All right, sorry about that. I'll definitely be quicker next time. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about some of the some stuff going on with the markets, and so we got a lot of data coming in and a lot of stuff to talk about. So I'm just going to kind of go through the top 5 stories for this morning. And then we'll look at some charts. How's that sound? And I dropped a chat. I dropped a chat inside the so you could check that out. So there's something where I'm going to be doing a brand new account challenge where I'm going to be starting at around $5,700. I already started it at the beginning of January, and then I'm going to be growing that to or I'll be attempting to, not, there isn't a guarantee of anything, but attempting to grow that, double that to 10K. So that'll be it. So you can go ahead and check that out. So right now we're actually up, we're actually up a little bit here on the account. So yeah, so doing really well there. So I wanted to invite you to join me there. I'll be talking about that a lot more on Thursday, so you can check that out. My mic is better. Oh, awesome. Appreciate your feedback. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my mic. I ended up figuring something out where it was like 20 instead of 100. And so there's a lot of settings that you can adjust, but I believe it's good now. So I appreciate that feedback. Thank you. So this morning, I'm just going to break down. A couple important things that that's been going on. So let's go ahead and not do that. Let's go ahead and get started here. So morning market sentiment there is. So the futures down a little bit, Nasdaq as well, the Dow, and this was as of a couple minutes ago. And yeah, so it's up a little bit. Let me look here. Yeah, we're up a little bit. So it's up a little bit on SPY. So this is a little bit old, but I basically just grabbed all this data. So what's happening today? So the big macro event, CPI. So CPI is a big deal. It's a daily release. And so is that, is what's going to happen. So year over year, 2.7. Is expected 2.6 to 2.7, and I believe actually, did it already occur? Because the markets really did not, because I know it's either at 8:30 or 9:30. It might have already been happened actually. Yeah, okay, so we did happen. So 2.6 actual. Okay, so that was around. So that's interesting because the markets really. Let's actually look at what SPY did extended. So yeah, I mean, it did jump a little bit there on that information. So, nothing really, definitely wasn't a big sell off or anything like that. I have some thoughts. I have some opinions on the markets, and I'm going to be sharing that a little bit more about that here in a second. But yeah, so this is exactly what I expected. So yeah, that happened. That was at 8:30. So that's already happened. So that's done. And the markets, I guess, digested that well, so far. So the bank earnings. So this is going to be big. I think JPM ticker. This is going to be a big deal. Net income is 13 billion. Strong net interest, weakness, revenue slightly miss. So, I mean, that's going to be a big deal. And that's a lot of chop. So we got a lot of chop here on that earnings. So that's interesting because the bank stocks are going to be in big. All eyes are going to be on that here in the next, I believe, in the next week or 2 weeks. So that's interesting. A little chop there, but nothing really too major. So yeah, I mean, pretty strong there. Let's see. So yeah, beat adjusted. Here we go. So I already had it ready. So 1% move, and right now, as I am talking about, we're at 0.66. So again, this is pretty fresh information, and really close to that. So market move on Bank of NY Mellon. Let me see what this is. BK. Oh yeah, wow. They really. So Bank of Mellon, they reported earnings and it absolutely just caught on fire. Well, not really. It's only 3% down. So that's actually not that bad. And then Delta Airlines, this is the one I wanted to talk about. Airline stocks. So airline stocks, this is a really important story for, just today. This was a disappointing forecast. So adjusted EPS was 650 to 750. The consensus was 726. So shares tumbled 5% pre-market activity. And let's actually check that stock and see where we're at right now. Pull back coming back in a little bit. So got about a percentage. But yeah, wow, what a move that was. And there was a nice little trend line here that was actually formed. But yeah, earnings, earnings is hard anyways to really forecast. It's just, it could go either way sometimes. But this was a nice little formation. A nice little, this was going sideways here a little bit. A big jump here on the 5th. And then just getting kind of just chopped before this. So that could be an interesting play. That could be definitely an interesting play. Let's actually turn some of these trend lines off. That way I like to clean my charts up a little bit when I can. And so, that was that would have been a really nice trade. I think I was actually looking at another airline stock when it was going up, but this is a pattern that I really like right here. I even called it, I patented it. No, I don't patent anything, but I like to call this like an X pattern. The X pattern. Essentially what that is when two of these lines converge, and then when, basically what happens when price, right before it happens, a couple candles before or during, a lot of times it's an explosive move, and this was an explosive move. And again, all this simply is just a triangle pattern. And so what happened here is this formed a triangle, broke down, came back into the trend line right here. So came back into the trend line, broke down again, came back, retested the trend line, and then finally broke these two, these 2 points right there, and then shot up. So that's I like that pattern. But yeah, this is down a little bit here. This is actually going to be forming, if this goes up, this most likely could be a bull flag. This could be a bull flag forming if this continues to chop. So if this does go something like that, this could be a bull flag potentially. So, but yeah, so that's what happened with Delta Airlines this morning. There's political pressure. So Fed is under fire. So Jerome Powell, fueled by political tension from the Trump administration, and then we almost got a fight on our hand between Powell and Trump, as President Trump. So we'll see who ends up. Basically, Trump wants the interest rates to come down, and Powell does not particularly want that as quickly. And so there's an investigation. There's some stuff happening, and so that's an interesting one to keep an eye on. And remember, with uncertainty, the markets keep an eye on the VIX. The VIX will start to come up, and then safe havens, they're hitting record highs. Me and my members, we got in silver, and I got out too quickly, but that's okay. We had a really nice silver play, and it just continued to it went right into a trend line. And so right now, silver. So we had this play right here where it came into this trend line, and I even have my indicator that. So we got in this right here, and then got out the next day, but then it just continued to run. So it really it really shot up, and silver is continuing to do all-time highs. Gold the same way. Let's actually look at the gold chart as well. Yeah, so gold is just continuing. What a beautiful breakout this was right here. So again, this is another, like I said, with bull flags, this could be a bull flag forming. So up. And so usually, with what you guys, if you guys don't know a lot about these kind of patterns, the big move up. So this was the break up. Let's actually do it this way. This was the break up, and then basically the move can do the same on the upside. So we're looking at 4,726 potentially going up to. So that could be and then obviously it doesn't have to go straight up just like this. It could kind of take a little bit longer, but seeing that what gold has been doing recently, I wouldn't be surprised if it just hits that quickly. So that's gold. I mean, just safe haven, just absolutely crushing. So, the fifth story this morning that I want to talk about is pre-market highlights is Walmart and Google. So Gemini, they had a partnership. So so there's that, and which I don't really think is that big. Like Walmart did go up a little bit initially, but now it's coming back in. So that's a story, but it's not really anything crazy right now. It's kind of already happened. So I kind of like to keep relevant stuff that was relevant 2 days ago. So that wasn't as relevant as I was, probably thinking. But let's see what Google stock has been doing. So Google is going up though. So all-time highs for Google. So if you guys are Google holders, congrats on that. So what are we watching today? AI, semiconductors, precious metals, retail. So Walmart's coming back in, nuclear power, and then airline stocks. We got Delta, United Airlines, Southwest, banking revenue. We also have the 10% interest. I don't really know if we've heard much else about that. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But yeah, we do have some. So we do have some information about that. And then, so if you guys have any questions, I don't know if I'll be doing the post market update. We'll see. I'm going to try to start doing a little more live videos like this. So, but if you want me to look at a specific ticker, let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over the charts right now and just look at some of the charts that I've been watching, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So, so first thing I'm gonna do is look at the SP 500. Obviously, we're at all-time highs. Well, actually, really not all-time highs right now, but we'll probably get there today. Two nice big. These are bullish candles. To me, I'm waiting for one of these sell-off candles, one of these bigger volume candles, and I've really been liking these volume candles on TradingView. I think they're interesting, and basically it just shows when there's higher volume and a bigger move, they become wider. It just kind of visually looks interesting. And what I realize is when we get these big red sell-off candles, typically there's a nice move that follows, and so we're at the move that follows. So now we need to see one like this that comes down, pops back down, and then hits this trend line. I'm thinking that if we can get into this trend line and hold it, it could break it. But hold it, we can come back up here. So we'll see. I mean, maybe we'll just keep running. Like I said, I'm not a big time bear by any means, but I do like to have a reason why I'm getting in or getting out. So right now, I am doing which by the way, in the chat, I actually have a pinned message. So you'll see this if you just coming in. I'm doing a live, basically a live class on how I'm attempting to domino count this year, just a small $5,000 account. And right now we're already on track. We're actually well on track. So I calculated up, I need about $416 a month. So right now we're up, actually I think we're up $1,200 now instead of $1,400. And so, so, I mean, if we just do that, we'll double the count. So that's kind of right now. I'm just in the account. I'm sitting on the sidelines, just waiting for something, right? Waiting for something. There's just a lot of, to me, there's a lot of uncertainty. But again, I'm not one that just wants to just produce doom and gloom all the time. But just with all this uncertainty and then the VIX at where it's at, I would like to see VIX maybe spike a little bit before we start getting in some of these pullback positions, because I love getting in pullback positions. One that we were in that I got out too quickly was AMD. I got our members in a call down here, and I got out. I thought we were heading down. I mean, the all signs were really pointing that we were potentially heading back down here. What I was going to do is just reload at this position at 194. However, that didn't happen, and we actually got a pop. EOSE, I've been watching. A little bit too high for me to get into now, but this is a really interesting energy stock that I want to get into at some point. They just got a lot of stuff happening. I mean, the income the last Q3 wasn't that great, but they have a lot of things going for them. So that's one that I'll be watching, potentially getting into. Let's look at, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at, so we looked at SPY. So SPY started off the day. We're almost pretty much here at all-time highs now. Like I said, I'm waiting for that pullback there on the SP 500. AMD was a nice little move. I've been watching NBIS. What a nice breakout this was. I would like to see maybe some consolidation here before maybe the next move up. That might be one we'll be interested in. Like I said, if we get a pullback, this stock moves really quickly on news and things like that. It could come right back into this channel. So keep an eye on that. Tesla was another nice, the nice one that we were watching. I got out a little too quickly on it. I think Tesla still has a lot of room to go. And even with gold, I still think gold has some room to continue to go up. Chainlink, Bitcoin, alts. I still think that we might see another run here. I just, with all this uncertainty, I think if Bitcoin can get going, the alts could get going, Ethereum could get going, and then some of these others like Chainlink. Chainlink is one that I really been watching, and I even saw this on the weekly chart, and I'll mention this to you guys. I mean, if there is this is a textbook triangle pattern that I've ever seen one. So really nice triangle pattern here. This is potentially a, this could be a 80. Well, it depends on how long it would take. But even let's just say it gets going really quickly and it goes by April. I mean, that's 86%. That's a really big move. I mean, I wouldn't put my whole account on it. But I might start nibbling again on some of these plays. We got this breakout, and then I was kind of watching it to see if it will come back into this zone and go sideways before getting in again. So we'll see about that. We'll keep an eye on that one. So that's crypto. That's alts. If you guys have any tickers you want me to see, if you guys have any tickers that you want me to watch, go ahead and drop those in. If not, like I said, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Maybe hit sub if you're new here. If not, I have my challenge, like I said, that I want you to invite you guys to. I will be doing that on Thursday, and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time, and so I would appreciate, or I would like to see you guys there. All right, well, I think that'll be it for me for this morning. Appreciate everybody jumping in, and I'll be doing these a lot more. So.